Alright, welcome back to another video. You guys see we're doing a little oil change on this vibe. First things first, we're all gentlemen here watching this video. You know, if there's ladies, welcome. Let's not argue about the oil we're gonna use. You make your own call, you go in the forums, you spend your hours looking it up. Please don't litter the comments with, you know, what oil you use and why it's better. Personally, nothing's done to this car. It's completely stock except for the oil catch can, which we'll get into a little later. I use this for two reasons. Number one, it's Dexos 2 NASCAR or whatever, Mobile 1. That's what Chevy calls for. And number two, I get these at a pretty good price from AutoZone. And I bought these a little while ago. If it's still going on, I'll go ahead and link it in the description or whatever. I think I do my oil change for about 80 bucks with the filter. Obviously, if you don't have a jack, you're gonna have to go buy that. I use stands up there. So once you do those one-time purchases, oil changes compared to the dealership are significantly cheaper. And they shouldn't take that long unless your bolt or your filter is really stuck on. And personally, I don't even use tools to take off my filter. I just do it by hand. I lasted the oil change, I think, around 2,200 to 2,500 miles. And currently it has 74. I'm a little overdue. I like to do it around 5,000. I'm not sure what it exactly calls for. But unlike trans fluid, obviously you could just do this every 100 miles if you wanted to. But like I said, I'll link the oil that I use. I'll link the filter that you should use. I'll link the rapid pump right here because it's the MVP for all the cars. I'm gonna back it up. We're gonna get a little cold start on it because I haven't started in a couple of days and it's kind of cold here in New York. Yeah, she's smoking a bit. And I'm gonna let it run for like 5 minutes. All right, so we're gonna jack this up, pop open the hood. All right, so now that your car is up in the air and you took off the oil cap so that the engine can breathe when it lets out this oil out of the bottom. Right here you got your filter, obviously. AC Delco's got that nice little blue color to it. And I believe right here is what you want to twist your little bolt, plug, whatever you want to call it. Now, this is the front of the car. You want to pull this towards here. I assume that's a counterclockwise. Also, this is a 15, size 15, whatever, if it's millimeters, I don't know what the hell it is. I just know how to read numbers. Don't remember how much I tightened it last time, but we're just gonna have to yank at it. And the fun part about this is that being that it is 10 quarts, this little oil catcher in here, I think only holds 7. And this one holds 5. So somewhere between all this, we're gonna have to kind of guesstimate and make a little bit of a mess. I don't even know if lowering the car is gonna help, but I'm just gonna do it regardless because I want to get all the oil out of there. Without further ado, make sure you have your gloves on. Okay, there she goes. Just like that. Roll your sleeves up. Dude, how long is this thing? Oh no, it's definitely warm. Oh wow, congratulations. All right, so the color of the oil is kind of all right. Got a little bit of a brown color to it. Oh my god, we have to move. Let's just cut it across and slide this one out. The other fun part of this job is untightening this. Get one of your mom's can thing like this, and this helps get a little more grip on it. And there she goes. I'm gonna let this drain a little bit so it doesn't shoot out when I take it off. Just gonna go over here, dry it up with a little paper towel. Make sure you clean your little bar right here. I guess the engineers didn't think that oil would somehow land here when the filter's right there and you gotta change it. Get your bolt, obviously clean it off as much as you can. The interesting part is that when I first did this, I was asked if I had a crush washer. And after looking on the forums, it said it was built in. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. I haven't had any leaking issues. The oil looks pretty accurate for what should have been in there. So I'm gonna leave it like this, but if anyone knows and you could teach me something that it does need a crush washer, I'll definitely use them. And after you hand tighten it, we'll come over here with the wrench, and obviously we're gonna go the other way now, I guess clockwise. All right, so that should be good right there. You don't want to tighten it too much or you're going to crack your pan. Obviously, it's not an Audi, so it's not too delicate, but you don't want to push it. Now, when it comes to the filter, someone said to pour a little bit in there, so we're going to go ahead and pour a little bit in there. So when it starts up, you know, the filter's got a little something in there. And then obviously you're going to go over here and righty-tighty that new filter on. Look how beautiful it looks. You could use your tool if you want. I hand tightened the last one. You just got to do it really tight so that next time it's a little bit of a struggle to get off. So something like that, should be pretty tight. If not, you'll just be leaking oil. No big deal, you know. On the bottom end of your car, congratulations, you're finished. Just gonna take off my catch can and see what we got. I think this catch can holds about 3,000 miles worth of blow by. Anyways, we'll just and same thing as the filter, you don't have to tighten it super crazy. It kind of just locks when it's tight enough. So that's that. Now for the fun part, butt tiring. We're gonna go ahead and take this off. Definitely don't start your car. Get yourself a funnel. Luckily this one is a little angled, so I don't have to balance the oil not spilling out. All right, and pour. Oh God, not that fast. You might wanna pour these sideways like the way I'm doing it instead of like that, because then that's when it starts doing the glub, glub, glub stuff, and then it can make a big mess. So this way it allows it to breathe out of the top. All right, and that's 1 quart. Here goes 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6. I just like to look under the car. I should have done it a couple of quarts ago, but we could look and just make sure it's not dripping. Because if it was, then we'd have to jack up the car and tighten whatever's loose. But it looks like it's good. So we continue. 7, 8, 9, and the last one. All these are empty. Keep one on hand just in case you burn a little oil. Go ahead and pull this puppy out. Close her up. It doesn't click, which is really weird and kind of bothers me. It just kind of closes flush with these lines right here, I guess. If you made any mess, just clean it up a little bit. Gonna double check under the car. So I'm gonna close her up. Listen for any noises that sound weird. That's how I normally can tell between this car and a couple of the other cars I do. If it doesn't sound like how it's supposed to, obviously stop the car and assess what's going on. Also, you'd get a light in there, so. All right, so while we let it sit here and kind of let the oil flow through the system, I'll show you guys how to reset your oil level. At like 5,000 miles, I read 31. I figured it was time. So what you'll do is just press the right arrow here. Pretty easy. Reset. You sure you want to reset? Yes. And then it fills up the thing and it's just like new. I know a lot of other cars you got to press like a bunch of buttons. Even on like the Civic you got to press up down like it's some cheat code, but yeah, this one's pretty simple. So take it on a little drive, let all that oil get nice and warm and go where it's got to go in the engine. Make it back from like I don't know, mile to 2 mile, maybe even 3 mile trip, nothing really happens, you don't hear anything, it's shifting fine and it sounds happy like it normally would, then you did yourself a good job. Just note about how many miles you were at when you did this oil change and just add 5,000 to that and you'll be all set. Luckily it's about to be winter for me, so I'm lucky enough I'll maybe get another 500 miles out of this oil change. And it'll be time to just lock her up for the winter and she'll be all set to go for the spring. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If it was helpful, just give it a like. I'm not even gonna ask for you to subscribe because all the other videos are gonna be shot on here. But yeah, if you have any questions too, feel free to ask about anything I'm using. Don't ask about oil, please. I just use what's budget friendly and that works. Obviously I'm not gonna put the wrong thing in the car just to save a couple bucks, but I've done an oil change with this oil once before, and we already checked for anything dripping, although I'll check in the morning too, just in case it's if it's some overnight thing. Perfect, congrats, you changed your oil. Have a good one. And yeah, diff changes next, and God knows how long, so peace.